welcome to another December daily video. Today I am going to work in this journal that we created together. If you want to see how I made this journal, you can check out the December daily 2023 videos on my channel. We did this in two parts, creating the cover and then finishing up the cover and adding the signatures inside. So today I want to go ahead and start decorating this a little bit. Given what's happening around the world, especially in Palestine, in Gaza, I do want to focus on a little bit more journaling this year and work on the themes of empathy, kindness, and understanding. And that is what I want to start the journal with. So this is a little card that I got when I placed an order with Carrie Schmidt. She has some amazing things on her website. I really liked her book that she did, and I got this when I ordered her book. And so I think this is the theme that I really want this year. Just trying to be more loving, more empathetic, and a more understanding human being. And then I am going to go ahead and add this velvet ribbon. And I'm pulling from the box that I gathered everything in after I finished my journal. So the way I work is I usually pull out a lot of stuff that I feel will go together. And then I create my journal. And then usually I have things that I haven't used or leftovers from offcuts from the scrap of paper I used. So I put all of that in a little basket and keep it on my desk if I'm working on that journal immediately. And in the case of this December daily, I was, because that just helps me have a stash to pull from, and I'm not faced with overwhelm. Because sometimes if you start looking for craft supplies and if you have a lot, that usually does overwhelm you. So I just pull what I need for the journal and everything else goes in the basket, and then I try and just use that. And I feel like limiting myself in that way really helps me to create and to not get so overwhelmed. Okay, might want a little piece of this here. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're having a peaceful December. For me, this month usually means getting together with family, making small changes around my house, because we entertain in the winter season a lot more. And those are some of the things I want to document. I want to capture the feeling of being in this month. And like I said, I also want to capture a little bit of what's going on around the world. So that's my first page. And then I am going to go ahead and maybe do a few pictures on these spreads. Now, December again for me means a lot of, meeting friends and family, setting up my pantry, getting some holiday books that I can read. So I am going to do a spread that kind of focuses on all of those things. And I use my Canon Selfie for printing out these pictures. And I keep some with a white border. Some of them I leave without the border. And I'll show you how I deal with that to make sure that they kind of all look like they have a border. This is from an event that we went to, so I'm going to keep that separate. So again, I mean, I want to express gratitude for the abundance in our house, and I will journal a little about that over here. I usually play around with the pictures and just, position them the way that I want. Books are a very important part of this time of year for me, and maybe I will just kind of center this over here. But I'm thinking maybe I want a little bit of a border for that. And in keeping with the style of the journal, I'm going to try and play with different kinds of materials here. So just taking you along on this journey, I hope that you are just going to get a lot of ideas of what you can use in your December dailies and how you can use them. This is by no means an exhaustive list of stuff you can do. It's just things that I'm trying out and sharing in the hopes that it'll give you some ideas. So over here, I want to play with different kinds of textures. So I'm going to lay this fabric down. And then lay down this piece. Now there's so many ways that you can choose to put in the images. I am going to be using staples in some instances, sometimes paper clips, sometimes glue. So again, play with the mediums as well. This does not have to be a journal that you show anybody. This is supposed to be a journal that you play in, that you have fun in, and a journal where you can maybe write things down, stuff that you're thinking about, things that you are reading, themes that are important in your life these days. So just all of that stuff. And again, like I said, it does not have to be perfect. This is for you. This is your safe space. And usually what I also do is I do keep adding to the pages as I go. And that's something that I will also share with you. Pages that I come back to and that I add stuff to. So this is a work in progress. See, I am very proud of the fact that my fridge is neat and clean. We eat a lot of dry fruit in this part of the world, and so we've got a pantry stacked with that. And then I want to add this picture, and it might actually not fit on the page, and then I'll just trim the excess. So get this over here, and then I will come back to the other side and trim this excess over here. Now later on, if I want, I can put more embellishments here probably. So I use the Eco Paper kit, and I use some of the pages for the journal. Now I'm just thinking if there is anything that I would like to add. And so for me, this spread means wintertime. You stock up on the snacks and the books, and you get ready to spend time with family and friends and yourself. So these are the little touches that you can, keep adding. The pages are never really done unless you want them to be. And I like adding a lot of layers because I love doing mixed media. And that's one of the things we do in mixed media a lot. We add a lot of layers. So I kind of like that look. So there we have it. That's one page. Here are two. And then I'm going to skip a couple of pages because I have this piece from Daphne's Diary. This is the magazine that I told you folks about. And I'm just going to take this picture that I found in the diary about journaling, and I'm going to journal on this page over here. So I just folded it in, stuck it down, and then I'm going to stick this down on this side to kind of create a pocket. And then obviously we will go ahead and cover this. But again, I want something a little fun on this side. So I'm just going to take some more fabric. I'm going to lay it down. So sometimes, I mean, if you like certain parts of a page and you don't like other parts, for instance, I don't think this image kind of goes with the look of my December daily. It's so easy to just, cover it. So don't worry when you're putting your signatures in. Don't worry about everything matching up and just looking gorgeous immediately. You can always come back and, add little bits and pieces, cover up certain parts of the page that you don't like. I feel like this kind of journaling, it's all about the process. And for me, I also add a lot of stuff that I find along the way. So for instance, I like putting in gift packaging that I got or cards that I got, notes. And so you never really know how this is going to turn out because you don't know what you're going to get or what you're going to stumble across. And that's really fun, in my opinion. So I like this, but this is a bit flimsy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of card and I'm going to glue it down like that on the inside. And that will just make sure that if I use this pocket a lot, the top is the part that kind of is used, I feel, the most. Used and abused the most. So we just want to make sure that that's a little sturdier. And there we go. That adds like another layer of interest. And you can just tuck a secret note in here because it just looks like it's the layout, but it's kind of a hidden pocket as well. And sometimes the journaling that I do want to keep it private. So, this is a great place to do that. Because some thoughts are just for you, things that you've been thinking, and you don't have to share them with the world. Now, as you can see, this is kind of like a desk layout. You can always go in and add little elements and kind of like create a collage. So, I mean, this is a snow globe that's sitting on the desk. You can have mitts. I mean, the scale is a bit off, but doesn't matter. You can do that. And then I think I want to put a few things over here. So, I mean, this is, you can do whatever you want, have fun with this however you want. Maybe I'm going to turn it in over here. So there's that page done. And I think that is it for today. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to add some journaling, some thoughts, some plans. I will probably go ahead and add like a calendar page here and mark out all the things that I want to do this December. So that's one that I'll do, and I'll probably, because that's just a lot of journaling, I'll show it to you in the next video when I come back to work on this journal. I hope you're enjoying this December daily journey with me. The idea is, again, just to share what I'm doing in the hopes that it will inspire you to create a journal of your own. So I'll see you in the next video.